fuzzy cat ears to keep my hair out of my face. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I have a bunch of makeup I haven't tried. Also have not filmed in a very long time. Everything's different. Ignore that, I have nowhere to put it right now. But bear with me. I have a Too Faced watermelon slice that is eyeshadow and face. I have a Smashbox face palette. It's a contour and highlight palette. I have a pure eyeshadow palette. I have a Too Faced dewy foundation and a CoverGirl concealer. All of this was clearance at one point or another, and I picked it up and I've just been holding on to it and hoarding it because I'm a mess. I have already primed my skin, can't reach any of my brushes. Grabbed a mirror, been playing with doing my eyebrows, so grab my pencil and all my brushes. Because my hair is straight, also, I don't know if you guys have seen it, I have it split. It's an in-between, but I like it, so we're leaving it. But I bought new headbands for Halloween, for costumes and things. And because it's straight and down, I don't want to put a hair tie to put a crease in it. So we're gonna use fuzzy cat ears to keep my hair out of my face. What's up? Okay, so I'm going to start with the Too Faced Do You Full Coverage Foundation in Almond. I have used this a few times. It smells like cucumber and watermelon. I don't know if it's supposed to. It claims to be long-wearing, dewy, hydrating, and brightening, and it definitely is all of those things. I would not generally say that I have particularly dark skin, but as you can see, Almond is very light in this foundation. I have played with this foundation a few times, so I have some opinions on it, but we're gonna test it again and see. From what I have tested, it does have a decent coverage and it blends out really nicely. Again, it is very light for being almond. I don't know why I'm using a sponge. We'll go with this one. So I'm just going to buff this into my skin. Now, I do prefer using a brush to apply my foundation. There are some, I'm gonna do my ear because she's a little light. There are some of my foundations that once I apply them with a brush, they become really thin and like they lose some of their coverage, they become a little patchy, they get streak marks. So I don't remember if this is one. I will test it, but those foundations, I just go back over with a sponge and pat out where I need a little bit of help. As you can see, that blended out really nice. I'm really dewy. It loses some of the coverage with a brush, so I will go back over with my sponge on my cheeks and my forehead. And it looks crazy because my hair is really dark right now, but I promise it's blended up there. And that was like 3 pumps of foundation, and I still have a little left on my hand that I'm just kind of blending away, and then whatever's left in my sponge I'll use later. But as you can see, it's medium to full coverage. I could probably build it to be full coverage. I tend to look really cakey when I use full coverage in most of my foundations. It is light, it doesn't actually match my chest or my neck. But again, it was almond and I thought it would be okay. It's a little light, so we'll bronze. It's fine, we'll just bronze up. But that's the foundation. We're going to use the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Instant Fix Concealer. I will tell you guys now, I have tried this many times. I hate it. I don't know if it's a me problem or if it's the concealer, but it does not do nice things to my under eyes. It is not my favorite, but here we are. We're going to do the normal under my eyes, my T-zone, straight down my nose, a little bit here, a little on my chin that I will blend out. I have nowhere to put anything. But as you can see, hopefully, it didn't give me any coverage. It blended to basically nothing. And I mean, my skin's very, very dewy from the foundation. It blends really nice with the foundation. I don't know if it just doesn't work for my skin or if I just expect too much, I guess. But it's already creasing under my eyes. It's not my favorite. Probably either won't use it or I'll only use it as an eyeshadow base, which I'm actually going to do now. I didn't think about that. I do like it as an eyeshadow base because it's nice and light. It gives a little bit of coverage for to conceal my lids, but overall I don't love it. I'm just gonna use the Photo Focus translucent powder by Wet n Wild. On a giant fluffy brush, which will probably end up all over my shirt. Okay. We're just gonna pat that on and then buff it out. Just to set me, told you it was gonna be on my shirt. Whoops. Okay. Just to set me a little bit, because I don't like being quite that dewy. I'll go back in and add a setting powder and everything. Give my skin a little more life after the fact. But overall, I like that foundation a lot. I would like it in a different color. Something a little bit better for my skin. But in the winter, that might be okay. So we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead in and do, look how cute this packaging is. It's the Too Faced Watermelon. It's 2 little slices that magnet together. One is a face palette with a little mirror. It's got a highlight, a blush, and a bronzer. The bronzer is very shimmery, and the blush is shimmery and appears to be very, very pink, but we'll see. And then this side is a eyeshadow palette. This green, oh my goodness, this green is beautiful. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, we're using that 100%. I really like this matte wine color too. Holy cow, okay. We are going bold today. The black in here is shimmery. It's got some like green gold reflect, but it's not crazy. Like, it definitely has reflect. It's not reading nearly as well on camera, but that's really pretty. So we've got that eyeshadow palette. I need a makeup wipe. Definitely was not planning on swatching that with my fingers. Whoops. Grabbed a makeup wipe and wipe my fingers off. I guess we'll wipe off the back of my hand too while we're here. I also have the Pure Midnight Masquerade palette, which I'm not even gonna lie to you, I have like an obsession with theatrical masks, so that's kind of why I bought this one. And it also is a face and eyeshadow palette, and the colors in this are beautiful, but I can't see myself using just this palette. So I'll probably use a combination because I'm trying to do this without the reflection. There is one single matte shade and the other 5 are all shimmers. And then there's a really pretty highlight, a couple blushes. I think this is supposed to be a bronzer, but it's very shimmery. I would also use this as an eyeshadow, unless it's not super pigmented. But should I do my eyes first or my face first? I'll do my face first. So I'm going to use, because I don't really have a bronzer or a contour color in either of those, I'm going to use the Smashbox Contouring Spotlight palette. It looks like this. I've used it a bunch of times. It's beautiful. I love it. I'm just gonna go in with this center shade and bronze up a little bit. It is beautiful. It blends out amazing and has a bunch of different tones in it. My only issue that I have found is when I am tan in the summer, none of these colors are dark enough. They all just kind of blend with my foundation. So in winter and for fairer skin tones, it's perfect. Yeah, it's beautiful. And I'm also going to tap into this one right here. Oh, I just dug my nail into that. Whoops. There are 2 of the matte shades in here. I love them. I love this palette. But like I said, it only works in winter for me and for lighter skin tones. But as you can see, it's really pretty and soft. I'll do what I always do at the end of the video, and I will take you to somewhere where there's natural light. I'll turn off my lights because for some reason this light is really, really bright. This one's not, so my face looks really uneven. And then I take you into the natural light and it does not look like that at all. So we're gonna do that. I'm not going to use the highlights in here because there's so many to choose from. So I'm going to tap into, I think because this palette, there's only a couple eyeshadows, I'm going to use the face palette from this one. Again, this color looks like it should be a bronzer on my skin tone. It's just a highlight for a very dark skin tone right here. Not very dark, but for a darker skin tone than I have. So I could use it as an eyeshadow, but that's it. So we're gonna go in and use the blush color. Holy cow, okay. We're gonna, she's not as pigmented as she appears. She's nice and pretty and buildable. And that is a fairly shimmery blush, which is not my favorite, but it's not the end of the world. And I'm going to take, oh my goodness, guys. I got Harry Potter eyeshadow brushes. There's a 5th one somewhere, but these things are so cute. They're not the best quality. I'm not gonna lie to you. They were at Walmart and they'll work, but they were mostly just because they were Harry Potter. But I'm gonna use this one as my highlight brush, and I'm going to tap into this, how do I do this? There we go. This color right here. And just do that on the high points of my cheeks. I don't know that I don't know that I love this highlight. It's a lot of shimmer and doesn't seem to do a lot. So this is not my favorite portion of this palette. Might be for somebody else. I don't love a lot of shimmer on my face other than my highlights. So the fact that the dark highlight is so dark, it would be a good eyeshadow color for me, but I can't use it as a highlight and I can't use it as bronzer. So if that was the only thing I took with me, would not have a bronzer. The blush is very shimmery. As you can see, I'm very, very glowy. Apparently we're gonna have a very glowy day. But it's a pretty color. It's just not my cup of tea. And as you see, the highlight doesn't do a lot. So we're gonna dip into this right here, this highlight, and it's significantly lighter than the other one in the other palette, but it also is a nice pretty champagne color. I also think I want to use this blush as part of my eyeshadow look. I think I'm gonna go for like a purpley green, kind of like witchy vibe. I should contour my nose, shouldn't I? There we go. All right. Is my nose wonky now? Is it the lighting? Might be the lighting. Okay. So that's my face done. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows. Hopefully it doesn't take forever.
One eternity later.
Okay, we're back. They are sisters, not twins, as the gurus say. I have just started getting into doing my brows. I never wanted to do my brows because they were always really dark and thick. I don't tweeze, I don't do anything, I don't shape. So bear with me. Give me tips in the comments, please. Subscribe. Come with me on my journey of learning to do my eyebrows. I just used the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in taupe. Mostly because, like I said, my brows were always really dark. And right now I'm half blonde. So I can't do one dark eyebrow and one not. So I just go taupe because it lightens them a little bit. And then I use the Born This Way brow gel from Rimmel London in dark brown, just to set them a little bit. So don't judge my eyebrows, just give me pointers, they're appreciated. So I'm going to dip into the Watermelon palette and use Melon Me, this nice taupe shade, and just run that through my crease. Wow, that blended out easy. What was that, 10 seconds? And then I'm going to take a little bit smaller of a fluffy brush. I'm going to take the dark brown from the Masquerade palette, this one right here, and deepen my crease up. Just, oh, that's not nearly as pigmented as I thought, just a little bit. Oh, that's patchy. You see right here?
3 days later.
Okay, I don't love that brown shade. So I'm going to, I'm gonna take a flat brush and I'm gonna take this blush color, this plummy blush color, and pop this on my outer corner and then blend it out with colors from the other palette. Oh, look at the fallout. Okay. This is not my favorite palette. But again, this is a blush, not an eyeshadow, so it's my own fault. It's a pretty color. A little patchy, but that could be application. I don't know that I would blame that on the shadow. And it's a little shimmery. Again, it's supposed to be a blush, not a eyeshadow. I'm just taking my powder brush and brushing away the fallout from that color. All right, well, that's what we have so far. I'm gonna put this palette away. I don't love it. Don't hate it, don't love it. But I will go back into my thoughts about everything I use a little more at the end. So I'm going to take that same flat brush and go into Wine and Rind Me right here. And just put that along my lash line on the outer corner. And there's a decent amount of fallout with this one too. That's a nice purple. And then I'm going to take a possibly one of my Harry Potter brushes, but a fluffy brush, and no product. I'm just gonna blend that edge just a little bit. Oh, that's stuck. I don't love that. You see, it's stuck to my cheek. Don't love that, but I like that color a lot. So I'm going to take the green shimmer, that was words, the green shimmer from my swatch from the beginning on a teeny tiny packer brush. And hopefully I don't have to wet this. I might have to use my finger. Yep, we're using our finger. I'm kind of doing a pat and drag motion. Not that I'm a guru or you should take tips from me. I'm just playing with makeup. And then I'll take a brush and blend that a little. Okay, that one also had a little bit of fallout under here, but not the end of the world. I just would probably, if I was gonna use these colors again, do my eyes first. So I'm gonna take a clean blending brush and just blend that a tad up and out, just to soften. And I have glitter all over my face, but that's okay. And then on a liner brush, teeny tiny skinny, I'm gonna take that black that has the green reflect, and I'm gonna literally just press it onto my lash line on the outer portion of my eye. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh my goodness, okay. But we are in too far now. So we're gonna wing that just a little bit. And I will clean up this side with, literally to clean this up, what I do, because if you notice this side's really thick and this side's really pretty. I just take this and I guess technically I should use makeup remover, not saliva. So we're just gonna dip and press into my sponges, or my wipes. And I'm going to gently clean up that line, which if you notice, it's very wet now. And then take the tip of my sponge and just dab the excess water. It reblends the foundation and concealer that was there. But that is the eyeshadow. And then I'm gonna go use my Thrive Cosmetics mascara that I love real fast. I'm not doing lashes today. Halloween was just last weekend. I wore lashes like 4 or 5 days in a row. My eyes hate me right now. If you guys want to see what I wore the week of Halloween, because the week of Halloween is the only time I dressed up this year. Usually I do it for like the month of Halloween. And this year, since and having a different job, I only dressed up the week before. Okay, I love this mascara, guys. This is like my all-time favorite mascara ever. I'm gonna just take my powder brush again and dust off under my eyes. And because I knew I wanted to play with a bold color, I just have the Torrid lip crayon in, I don't know what color, terracotta. It's just a really pretty nude. Obviously I've worn it down a lot. It's like almost perfectly my lip color. I don't get the butthole lip with it. It's nice and creamy. I love this. I've used this. I swear by that. So these products, I have thoughts. I have been saving this watermelon palette to test out for you guys. I love the eyeshadows. The face palette is not my favorite. It's good quality, just doesn't work the best for me. The Pure eyeshadow palette is not my favorite at all. The matte eyeshadow is very, very patchy. I did not use the shimmers. And the blushes are very, very pigmented and very pretty. But I really can only use this, and the highlight. This one is eyeshadow all the way for me. Love it, I'll use it, at least the blush side. And then, like I said, this contour highlight palette I have been using for a couple months, and I love it. It's got a huge, huge mirror. That's my face. It has a huge mirror the size of the palette, and it's pretty on the outside. It's a little chunky, but it's got, what, 9 colors? It's got 9 colors in it. Does it tell you? Does not say how many of each to give you, like, without having to like go through and count. But it's very pretty. I love it. I swear by it. The concealer I love as an eyeshadow base. That is it. I don't like it as a concealer. I won't use it as a concealer unless I'm like super in a pinch. Not my thing, but that's okay. The foundation I absolutely love. As you can see, I'm nice and dewy again already through the powder and everything. I love this foundation. I don't love the color, but that's my own fault. And again, it was on clearance, so it might have been the only option at the time. But I love it. I'll keep using it. I will try it when I'm a little lighter in the winter. But overall, I love it. Subscribe, like the video, comment if you like this look or you want to see anything else I do. Again, I'm not a makeup artist or anything, or a hairstylist or anything like that. I just play with makeup. Sometimes I do hair. I started doing clothes. That got a little expensive, so we'll get back into the clothes. So this is my face in natural light. As you can see, I had a lot of transfer with that eyeshadow that without honestly starting over completely, I don't think I can fix. But the foundation matches a little better in natural light than it did. The contour palette was great. My eyes are perfect. I am in love with them. But like I said, bear with me. I'm not a makeup artist. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next video. Bye.